Hi everyone, I need to apologise for not uploading to my channel recently. This is the longest break I've had on my channel since I first set it up in 2018. But I promise I haven't been lazy. In fact, I've been working harder than ever these past few months. So as well as shooting lots of weddings, which I have a lot of behind the scenes video for as well, which I will share on my channel in the future, and hosting my 3-day Shine workshop, the past few months have been all about the relaunch of Flashmasters. We've improved every aspect of Flashmasters, and if you enjoy my channel, or if you're keen to improve your knowledge and understanding of off-camera flash and lighting, then I promise you will want to hear about these updates, because I'm very, very confident that Flashmasters will be for you. So, in case you don't know, Flashmasters is an online community of photographers from all over the world, which I set up with my partner Helen 2 years ago, and that time has flown. In those 2 years, Flashmasters has grown really well. We have ambassadors from all over the world, including Europe, Africa, Australia, and the US, who I absolutely idolize. We've held countless live streams with so many of the best and most creative photographers out there, and we are very, very lucky to be supported by some of the photography industry's most popular brands. Plus, our community is so supportive of each other, with our members happy to share and help each other out so that we all improve, and we are so proud of what we've already achieved. But, and unfortunately there is a but, our website wasn't able to get us where we want it to be, and to be honest, we were often very frustrated by the website. The old website was functional, but it just wasn't the site we needed it to be in order to become the resource that we wanted Flashmasters to be. So earlier this year, Helen and I took the very difficult decision to completely redesign the website, go with a new agency, and create something so much bigger and better. And in the end, we just completely relaunched Flashmasters, and that happened last month. So it's been a very, very stressful and difficult few months, and that is the reason that I've not been uploading to my YouTube channel. But we are now out of the other side, and I am so proud of what Flashmasters is and what it can now offer you. The new features including a completely free membership tier, so you can now join Flashmasters completely for free and make your own profile page, and especially our brand new tutorial section has put Flashmasters levels above what we had before, and we believe that we now offer more than any other community in the industry. Flashmasters, as you may know, has always been about recognizing and celebrating the best off-camera flash photography in the world, and we've always done that through community, education, and our awards, and we still do. Nothing in that sense changes, but education is now by far our biggest priority. So we have education here, and then community and awards. Education is at the top of the tree. So the first thing to say is that Flashmasters is now very much an education platform. And whether you are experienced with off-camera lighting, or if you've never even touched a speed light, we have educational content that is for you. So let me open up the website and talk you through the site and the new features. So here is our new homepage, and I hope you can see immediately from this homepage that the new site is far, far better than the old one, both in terms of its content and also just visually. I think it looks far, far better. So let's go from the top and I'll point out a few things. So as I mentioned, education is at the very heart of everything that we do now. And as we see there, we've got education first, exclusive tutorials and classes, which I'll go on to explain to you what those are. We also hold regular live streams for our members with the best photographers in the industry and also the best suppliers as well. Our ambassadors, which I'll talk through in a second, obviously awards. We still have our bi-monthly awards. That is not changing, and we're very, very proud of that awards, and the winning images have just been incredible. Anyway, let's just go down slightly. So again, education is at the forefront, as you can see there, and we really want to make sure that everybody understands who visits the site that this is not a site just for the best photographers in the world, or those that are most comfortable using off-camera flash. This is an educational platform for everyone, regardless of experience level. The ambassadors, as I mentioned, we could not be prouder of our ambassadors. If we just look at who we have here, I mean, these people are insanely talented, and it is the ambassadors that produce much of the educational content which Flashmasters offers. So they are integral to Flashmasters, and we could not be prouder and more thankful as well to all of these people that are on the screen now. I say, not only do we idolize them, but they are so giving and so happy to share their experience and knowledge with the community, and we're very, very proud of that. I'm very, very grateful to them. The main thing I want to talk about is the tutorials, but we'll come back to that in a second. If we go down here, you can flick through and look at the past award-winning images. As I say, the awards are something that have been integral to the success of Flashmasters so far, and we're so impressed and always blown away by the images which win our awards. So you can always go back and flick through the award-winning images to see what has won in the past. But again, we don't want the awards to put off potential new joiners. What we almost want Flashmasters to be is inspirational. So if you look at the award-winning images and think, oh, I don't think my work's at that level, don't worry. Don't worry at all. What we want to do is provide you with the content and the tools to make your work improve so that you can eventually enter the awards and hopefully win one of the Flashmasters awards. So we want to take you on that journey from the very, very beginning and the most basics and the introduction to off-camera flash to the point where you can enter and win the awards. We also have, we go to the top here, a leaderboard which features all our award-winning photographers. We have 3 leaderboards. We have weddings, environmental and studio, and a leaderboard which reflects all 3 of those different categories. So these are the different categories of awards which we offer. Currently, that may be changing. We may be adding more in 2025, but for now, we have weddings, environmental and studio, and the photographers that win awards receive points, and whoever is at the top of the tree at the end of the year becomes the Flashmasters Photographer of the Year. And if we go down as well, we obviously have our weekly podcast, which Helen and I do. Our supporters down here as well, which I say we are so grateful to all of them. And these are the best brands in the industry. We could not be prouder. The likes of Canon, Magmar, Studio Ninja, PitTime, Aftershoot, and all of our supporters. We're very, very grateful to them. Now, you'll note as well that we have different membership options. And I'm going to refer to that at the end of the video, because what I really want to talk about in this video is our education, because this is the driving force now of Flashmasters as we go forward. So if I hover over the education tab at the top here, you'll see we have tutorials and live streams. The podcast is in there. Probably not the most educational resource, the podcast, but hopefully a lot of fun. Something to listen to whilst you're editing your images. But the real backbone of Flashmasters, as I say, is our tutorials and our live streams. So let's first of all click on tutorials. As it says there, our tutorials are dedicated classes from the world's leading photographers. So if I click on, for example, first of all, Introduction to Off-Camera Flash tutorial, which is something that I've made myself. This tutorial is designed to help you if you are completely new to off-camera flash. So if you've never even touched a speed light before, don't worry, this tutorial is for you. Now, what I love about our tutorial section is that they are all split up into separate chapters. So you can see in advance of even watching it what the different chapters are. And if you want to just dive in and out and you don't want to watch the whole thing in one go, then you can just click on an individual chapter and just watch that one. Or if you want to watch the whole tutorial, if you go to the last chapter, you'll see that it is all there. And this particular tutorial is 1 hour and 9 minutes long. Now, this tutorial is my introduction to off-camera flash. So this tutorial is assuming no knowledge. So if you're new to off-camera flash, if you've never used any off-camera lighting before, please start with this tutorial, because I talk through the very basics in this tutorial about why we use off-camera flash, what the upsides are. As you'll see here, the basic equipment that I use, the importance of modifiers, understanding high-speed sync, my 4-step process to off-camera flash, and lots of examples from real weddings. I think if you can watch this tutorial, it will make what may seem at the beginning very scary very, very easier, or at least much easier to understand. And I'm really proud of this tutorial. As I say, if you're new to off-camera flash, please start by watching this one. Now you will see that at the moment I'm not logged into Flashmasters. I'm not logged into the website. You'll notice that this introduction chapter here has got a pink play button. That means that it is completely free to everyone. So if you do go to the Flashmasters website now, you'll be able to watch this introduction chapter. Now the other chapters you can see are grayed out. That is because they are member only. If you do log into the site once you are a paid member, all these play buttons will become pink and you can just watch them all. So let's have a look at some of the other tutorials that we have as well, because there's so many here. So in no particular order, we have how to shoot creative portraits with Big H Studios and Christian Cardona. This was amazing. I loved being a part of this tutorial. So this is 1.5 hours of Big H and Christian Cardona in the studio showing how they use natural light and off-camera lighting to produce stunning results and incredible portraits. Again, this is education from the best photographers out there, all split up into easy to digest chapters for you to watch at any time. We could not be prouder of the content that we have. Big H and Christian are insanely talented, and for them just to shoot together and us to be able to film them doing that was such an honor, and our members have loved that tutorial. We've got how to shoot in midday sun with Jesse and Maura LaPlante. The reason that I'm laughing is that this is one of the funniest tutorials that we have on the site at the moment. In fact, have a look at this clip.
I'm terrible at this.
Jesse sucks.
I suck hard.
Just use that.
Similar to like a boom mic operator on a movie set. And we're doing it here because the pose, the couple is facing one hell. All right, we're just going with yours.
We should call it gunshot
God
lighting.
damn it, Neil and Helen.
This is like tickets to the gun show. You can use these options, these 3 options, for shooting in midday sun for just about any kind of portrait set.
So we've used... Son of a...
But within all that, Jesse and Maura share so much, and there is absolute gold within that tutorial. And again, very practical advice that you can go out and use straight away. Okay, and moving on, this is our most popular tutorial so far. Look at the analytics. How to shoot champagne spray with Jeff Tisman. This tutorial is absolute gold. We could not be more thankful and grateful to Jeff for producing this. Jeff is the absolute GOAT when it comes to so many aspects of wedding photography, but especially champagne spray. And in this tutorial, he breaks down his entire process step by step, including all the settings that he uses, his exact precise setup, so that you can go away and produce these images yourself. And even better, you'll notice that in this section here, it says that there is one downloadable resource, and that is a PDF, which is here, which again, if you join the site and you watch this tutorial, you'll be able to download this PDF, which you can download to your phone, which has Jeff's exact settings on for producing these insanely amazing images. Again, I'm just going to give you a little taste of this tutorial by playing this clip.
1, 2, 3, go! Yeah! Look at each other! Blow. Turn towards me, Amanda. Amanda, you're not at me. No. You. Oh, you.
And just to prove how much I have loved this tutorial, I have used Jeff's exact setup and settings at 2 of my most recent weddings to produce these images. So thank you, Jeff, not just on behalf of the whole community, but from me as well, because I have loved learning from you and using your setup to create some of my favorite photographs from this year. So moving down, we've also got how to take epic portraits in boring locations with Arno de Bruin. This was a brilliant experience. Helen and myself flew to Amsterdam early this year to spend a whole day with Arno, and he took us to some of the most boring, most ugly locations in Amsterdam. But Arno proved that you can transform those boring locations into stunning images when you use off-camera flash. And that's exactly what this tutorial is about. So you'll see we've got lots of different chapters here. We also filmed a chapter in an adult shop, which I will say no more about in this video, but if you do join Flashmasters, just have a watch of that tutorial. I think you'll find it very, very funny. So again, huge thank you to Arno for all his help in that tutorial. We love spending the day with him. We've also got here how to shoot sparklers with Scott Josewhite, and again, just like with Jeff Tisman's champagne spray tutorial, in this tutorial you get everything, the entire setup and settings that in this case Scott Josewhite uses to produce beautiful sparkler exit shots. And not only does Scott talk through how he uses off-camera flash if he's got an assistant with him, he also shows you what he would do if he doesn't have an assistant. So whether you're shooting on your own or you've got a second shooter or somebody with you who can help, you'll be able to find setups here which will help you to produce amazing images. Now again, if you're familiar with Scott and his work, you'll know that he has produced probably, in my opinion, the best sparkler exit shot ever, which is this one here. And you'll see that in chapter 12, Scott very kindly shared with us the entire story of how that shot came about, the settings, the setup he used. So as I say, we are so privileged to have that. It's amazing content and will certainly help you if you want any more guidance on how to take amazing sparkler exit photographs. We have as well how to shoot the dance floor with Helen Williams. So Helen, again, in this tutorial, talks her through the entire setup that she uses to produce these type of images, which I know are really popular. And I will say that this is currently our second most viewed tutorial. So well done, Helen. This is an amazing piece of content for all of our members. Again, you'll see that some of the chapters are free. Every single tutorial contains at least one free chapter. So if you're not a paid member, you can still get a taste of what these tutorials offer. We've got a really great tutorial here from George Pompilio, who very kindly talks us through how he uses off-camera flash to produce these stunning shots of wedding rings. And last but not least for now, we have how to shoot astrophotography portraits with Jesse and Darlin, who you may remember are currently at the top of the Flashmasters leaderboard. Now, these portraits are just beautiful. And again, as with all our tutorials, these are very to the point, detailed classes about how to produce similar images. And Jesse and Darlin very kindly go through, again, step by step, every part of the process that they go through, preparing for the shoot, the equipment they use, how they actually produce these images on real wedding days, how they edit the images, the challenges that you'll face if you do try and take these images, and best of all, they take us behind the scenes on a real shoot where they produce this image. Cannot stress enough, we are so proud of these tutorials. So these are not just rambling long videos, these are short, to the point, detailed tutorials, classes if you like, about how to produce these beautiful images. And we will be producing at least one tutorial a month going forward. For example, we have in the can already a complete behind the scenes portrait shoot with our amazing Scottish ambassador Natalie Martin, and we have already filmed and coming to the site shortly a complete tutorial from Drew Dodd, an insanely talented talented photographer based in the northeast of England, where he talks us through step by step how he uses his Halo pack to produce these beautiful and really striking portraits. I will also be producing soon a complete tutorial about how I use off-camera flash to light speeches. But that is not all when it comes to our education. We also have our live streams. Now, at the time that I'm recording this video, we currently have 41 live streams available to rewatch. This is every single live stream that we have hosted since we founded Flashmasters 2 years ago. So everything that we produce is now available and ready for you to rewatch. And just look at some of the names we have here. Jeff Tisman there, Ben Connolly, Scott Josewhite, Big H. These photographers are the best in the industry, and we are so proud to have spoken to them and for them to have shared so much. We are very, very grateful to every single one. Andre Brown, Amber Henry, Jason Vincent, but it's not just photographers either. We have Melissa Love here who spoke about branding and website design. Justin Benson from Aftershoot. Hiram from Geekoto, Chris from Pseudo Ninja. So it's not just photographers. We're not just about showing off camera flash techniques. We're also helping our members build their businesses by interviewing and speaking to the best suppliers out there. Again, we've got an editing masterclass here from Ben Connolly, Ralph Sigalic, Alex and Darley, Tim Campanen, Kristen Cardona, Marlies Hartman, Esteban Gill. We are just so proud of all these streams, and it's all there waiting for you when you join Flashmasters. Now, I mentioned at the beginning that you can now join Flashmasters completely for free, and if you do that, you can now make your own profile page on our website completely for free. To do that, simply go to the homepage and click on Join Now. You will then be taken to this page, and then you can just create your own account and make your profile page. Now, if you do that, please make sure that you upload some images to your profile, because if you don't do that, the profile page won't go live. As soon as you upload some images, we'll make that page live for you, and you can start to get some SEO goodness. But if you want to go beyond just the free tier and consider joining us, then, well, one, we'd be very, very pleased and happy to have you if you did that. But you can also do that in two different ways now. We have 2 tiers. Now, if you're interested in joining Flashmasters, but you're not ready to commit to maybe a full year, you can now join on a pro monthly membership. So this is great because you don't have to commit very much financially. As you see, it's only $25 for the month, but you will get access to everything. That means all the tutorials, all the live streams. You can enter our awards. You can join our private Facebook members group. You get access to everything. And it's a great way of dipping your toe into the water, because if you do join on monthly and you think it's not for me, we hope obviously you won't feel like that, but if you do think, yeah, it's not for me, as long as you cancel within the first month, you won't pay anything more than $25. And I think you'll hopefully agree that $25 for everything that we've got to offer is incredible value. Obviously, we hope you do stay as a member, and if you choose to stay on monthly, then you'll just pay $25 a month, or you can then decide to maybe change to an annual membership, and that is just $247 a year. Now, if you do decide to join on the annual membership, then there's a little bonus for you as well, because if you use the code FLASH10, you will also save 10% off that $247. So Flashmasters becomes even cheaper. And again, I'm going to blow our own trumpet here. I truly believe that for $247, or take 10% off that, we are offering better value than any other community out there for what we are offering. All the tutorials, that's all those classes that I've just shown you. Every single tutorial that we have coming in the future as well is included. Every single live stream, and not just the live stream, you can join the live streams live when we film them. We host those live streams in our private members Facebook group. So when you join on a pro membership, you can join that Facebook group. And then when we host those live streams, join them live, ask questions. All that for $247, or 10% off that if you use Flash 10. I think personally, I'm going to be biased, obviously, but represents incredible value. And remember, it's not just me that is producing the educational content. In fact, I'm producing barely a fraction of it. The content is being produced by the best photographers in the industry, and that is what I believe sets Flashmasters apart from everybody else. So I hope you've enjoyed this little introduction to Flashmasters, and I hope you'll forgive me for not uploading to my channel. I will now start to do that again because Flashmasters is now relaunched and all the hard work is done, and from now on it's just all the exciting fun stuff, making those tutorials, hosting those live streams, and building the best and most supportive community that we can, and we are so excited for the future. So again, if you would like to join us, use the code FLASH10 and you can save yourself 10% off the annual membership. And if you're just thinking, I'm interested, I'm not quite sure if I'm ready to commit, just spend $25 on 1 month's membership and see what you think. I'm very confident that you will like what you see. So as always, if you've got any questions about anything I've talked about in this video, please let me know in the comments. Thank you very much again for watching, and I will see you next time.